Good morning, good afternoon. I am Marco Buscema. I'm the proud founder of WIL, Worldwide Independent Lawyers League. I'm an Italian attorney specialized in personal injury. And I'm proud to announce another episode of What is on My Desk. Affiliates in WIL present, introduce, speak about their services, their activities, or something specific in their business and what they are looking for. And today we are proud to introduce again JELENA NAD from Serbia, living and operating in Cancun, Mexico. Legal marketing specialist. And that's where we have to go as lawyers and professionals. Taking care about the details we are not taking care of. So new skills, new perspectives, with professionals like Jelena. Jelena, I don't want to consume much more time of yours. Our sessions are focused and dynamic, so the stage is yours for the next, let's say, 15-20 minutes, and then we'll have some Q&A session for 10 minutes more. Please, to you.
Thank you so much, Marco, and I'm super happy to see you all here. I missed you since Varsovia, and I am happy to share with you today a very interesting topic that maybe some of you already heard the news about a banana duct taped to a wall that was sold for $6.2 million. And I wanted to talk to you about this case and about sales. So let's get into it. Sorry, I will have to share again because it's not. Okay. So let's see what actually happened. A banana duct taped to a wall got sold for 6.2 million US on the 20th of November. The artwork is called Comedian, and it was created by an Italian, of course, artist called Maurizio Cattelan. Cattelan is known as a conceptual artist whose creations are meant to raise questions and about what art is and to make people reflect. The new owner of the Comedian will have to keep recreating the art with his own replacements of bananas and the duct tape, but the 6.2 million bought him a certificate of authenticity that recognizes each replacement as an original comedian. The comedian's buyer is a Chinese-born cryptocurrency entrepreneur, Justin Sun, who says that he's going to eat the banana that he bought. Here is the source. So what the new owner of the Comedian tweeted was that it is not just an artwork, it represents a cultural phenomenon that bridges the world of art, memes, and the cryptocurrency community. In the coming days, I will personally eat the banana as part of this unique artistic experience, honoring its place in both art history and popular culture. Stay tuned, Justin Sun. So what I want to highlight from this case, or what we can learn, are three points. There is a seller who has a vision. He has a belief that out there is a person who actually wants to buy a banana duct taped to a wall for 6.2 million, and he is bold to sell this particular product or the artwork. The second thing is that the artwork is very authentic. It has a special ingredient, which is to involve completely the other side, the buyer, in its process of creation. And the third part is the actual buyer who is included in the whole process, not only buying the artwork, but actually recreating it and being creative on his own. So it is an invitation for him to actively participate in this artwork. Now, let me take you to a sales process. what is actually going on, or what should happen on your end in a sales process, or how does a sales funnel work? So there is a first stage, which is called awareness, where you should put yourself out there, be visible to attract potential customers. In this phase, you basically are saying to the audience, hi, my name is such, I do such, and that's it. Then we go to the interest stage, where you engage with content, and this content should be relevant to your audience and not to you. So what you should reflect on is, what is interesting to my potential client? What should I speak about? What should I post about that will attract and engage my audience and my potential clients? Then we go to the consideration stage, where we help the audience evaluate the offer. We make them think about the offer that we are giving, and they are evaluating if this offer can solve their problems. Then we go to the decision stage, where the potential clients makes the decision to buy, and we on our end make the sale. The action stage ensures customer satisfaction. So even after the sales, you should still be present to ensure that the customer has no issues with your service, that they are satisfied, and so on. And the last stage is retention, where you should be active, fostering loyalty and advocacy, so that this client could refer you further on and speak about yourself and your services, because advocacy for our services that comes from our clients is the best selling technique. Now, let's see what is happening on the buyer's end in a sales process. What is the person that needs legal services doing on their end while we are trying to offer them legal services? So this is called a buyer journey. The stages are very similar, if not the same, as your own journey as a seller. But on their end, they are on the awareness stage, only recognizing that they have a need or a problem that they need to solve. They still don't know how, with whom, but they are realizing there is a legal problem that I want to solve. And they are taking the action to research solutions, to engage with educational content, learn more about the problem, how to potentially solve it. They attend webinars. So basically, they are investigating about their own problem. Then on the interest stage, the buyer's role is to evaluate whether your service is relevant to them. Is your service going to benefit them? Is it going to help them solve the problem? And the action they are taking here is that, for example, if you offer an ebook, they download it. If you offer a webinar, they subscribe to it, or a newsletter, and they ask for initial information. Hey, can you send me your brochure? I would like to know more. I would like to see more of what you are offering. Then they go to the consideration stage, where they actively compare different offers from different lawyers, so that they can further on take a final decision with whom to go and solve the problem. This action means that they request demos or initial calls in case of lawyers, ask detailed questions, review case studies, and so on. And then decision stage is where they decide to go with only one provider or one lawyer, and they negotiate the terms, seek approvals if there is a committee that needs to approve the decision, and complete the purchase. And very important, and the last stage that many people forget, is the post-purchase stage. What happens here on the buyer's end is that they are still evaluating your service, but now they are questioning if the service is effective, if it's satisfying the criteria, if it's helping solve the problem. And the actions they take in this stage is they provide you feedback, they consider upgrades, or they consider to renew the contracts. So back to the priciest banana on earth. Who do we have as key players in this buying and selling buying process? We have the artist that we mentioned, and we can take him as a seller. Why is he particular or interesting? Because this person has a vision. They are putting something out there that not many people are brave or bold to do. So he has a vision that he will attract the buyer for the banana that he is selling. And he's bold and he is inclusive because he allows the other side, the buyer, to participate. Then we have the artwork or the product that is innovative. It allows reflection, it allows recognition, it allows co-creation. So we can sit out here all day and discuss whether this is just nonsense, whether it is a very interesting, innovative, cultural move, artistic move, and so on. But the point is that this artwork is very open to interpretation and, most importantly, co-creation with the artist. And then we have the buyer or the customer. He, in this case, since it is a luxury product, it is art piece, he has a want. I put a want instead of he has a need. So he wants this artwork. And then he recognizes himself in this artwork by pointing out what we saw in his tweet. So he wants to honor this artwork. He sees it as a reflection of the cryptocurrency community that he moves in. If it was somebody else, maybe they would see another type of community, but he has a reflection of himself in this artwork, and this is the way he interprets and co-creates this artwork. And he accepts the game. So he will participate, he will eat the banana, he will make it part of himself, and he will continue recreating the artwork. And then we have a very interesting space of transformation where the artist, the initial creator, creates the art. Then the buyer also becomes the artist because they have to recreate the artwork, and the artwork itself becomes a part of the buyer because buyer will eat the banana. So it's a very interesting place of transformation for each one of the participants of this sales process. And what does this banana or any banana have in common with legal services? So basically, the key to selling anything successfully lies in how we frame and communicate our products or services to connect with our clients' needs and aspirations. This is the key if you want to take a screenshot, if I will share the presentation anyway. And let's break down this phrase into key ideas. So first of all, we need to have a vision and authenticity. Just as the banana artwork relied on a bold vision and authenticity, lawyers should present their services with a value proposition that reflects their unique expertise and approach. All of you have a unique skill sets and experiences that you generated throughout years that are the unique value that you can position on the market. And with that, you understand that the actual competition does not exist. Emotional connection is another idea. The banana buyer resonated with the artwork's cultural implications. Similarly, lawyers can create connections with their clients by understanding their challenges and positioning their services as transformative. Your service will help your client meet their needs and overcome their challenges. And the third idea is that participation and co-creation are also key elements. The buyer becomes part of the artwork narrative. For lawyers, involving clients in the process, educating them and aligning on the mutual goals, because you are taking on a part of your client's business, solving problems, meeting legal goals with your client, and you should be partners on this particular project, and they should be able to recognize themselves in the values that you provide and the solutions that you provide. Okay, so how can we apply this in the sales process? First of all, your services are your art or your artwork. Your unique combination of experiences and skills can be crafted into an innovative offer. Second, be aware of the buyer's journey. Adapt the content that you post online, that you send by email, that you put in a brochure. Adapt that content to your prospect's particular needs and wants. Understand who the prospect is, what they look for, what they want, what they need, etc., so that you can make a content that will reply to these particular needs and wants. Then number 3, be bold and memorable. Like the duct tape banana, your offering should stand out. Don't shy away from being more of yourself and taking maybe unconventional approaches to connect with your prospects. Number 4, communicate your values. Give your prospect an opportunity to identify with your values and your vision, and let them be part of it. And this comes to number 5, build loyalty through co-creation. Be open to feedback. Seek for feedback from clients so that you can improve your services. And involvement of the client in the post-purchase phase to build strong relationship and trust is key for a long-term collaboration. And now, what do I do? Well, I haven't sold any bananas yet, but I have sold marketing services to lawyers and helped them sell legal services to their clients. And if you want to talk more about this, here is my QR code. You can scan it, keep my number, and we can talk. And I thank you all today for entering into this session. I'm super happy to share with you. And please let me know if you have any questions, any doubts, any ideas. I would love to hear them.
Thank you, Jelena, for your amazing presentation. And you deserve a round of applause. So I am the first, and I invite also the other friends, colleagues here to participate, to join this. So thank you. I see maybe another attendee invited by you, Heide. Maybe it's is she invited? Was she invited by you?
Yes, she is my friend and a lawyer from Mexico City. Hi, Heide.
Heide, you can introduce yourself if you want briefly before we go to the Q&A session.
Hey, this is Heide. I'm from Mexico City. Thank you very much for the presentation, Jelena.
Thank you for coming.
Okay, now if we want to interact briefly, we have a room for, let's say, a couple of interactions before we end this session. Don't hesitate. Follow the last instructions or sharing of Jelena. Don't be shy. So don't shy yourselves. So, but if you hesitate, I will break the ice. So you have more time. I'm giving you more time for the second interaction. My watch is speaking to me. I don't know why. So Jelena, okay, be diplomatic answering this question. Of course, we are recording. Do you think that somehow will resonate with some of your hints? Be diplomatic. We are recording. I'm partial, but please be also frank.
I think that will definitely resonates with their members. If you remember, Marco, when I was about to join, I told you that something that caught my attention is that you have a story of how Will was funded. And I think it's a very powerful story that engages people, and people can actually feel empathetic and understand the purpose And this is very important. So definitely my response is yes. And the people that are members and that I have met so far answer this or confirm this, because all of you are very intelligent, entrepreneurial, energetic people who were brought together by this association.
Great. In private sessions, we'll go deeper into it on how we can improve, of course. Always there is room for improvement. Thank you. So, other questions, remarks? I see also Laura from Monterey, just met in Honolulu. Laura, please introduce yourself, and then if you have also a question. Sorry, Raul. I saw Raul with his hand raised up after Laura's present introduction. Please, Laura.
Thank you, Marco. Well, hello, everybody. Just arriving a couple weeks ago from Hawaii. So yes, I'm a lawyer from Mexico, specifically Monterrey, which is in the northern part of Mexico. I do commercial, civil, and family litigation.
Great, thank you, Laura. And then Raul and Lucelena, then we'll close the session. Raul?
Yeah, thank you, Elena, for a wonderful story and very rare thing to see. Without talking about your product or service, you kind of shared everything what we should do. So very, very insightful way. Generally, as a lawyer, we directly get into the product and start talking about it. So very unique way to go about it. Since we are all here, can you give few tips as to what are the typical mistakes we do generally, knowingly, unknowingly as lawyers, which at least we can start stopping them right away, and then we can get in touch with you to understand more on marketing. Well, but something on a tips that we should definitely stop doing it, a complete no kind of thing that you generally see lawyers doing quite often.
Okay, great question. And I can give you one that is very, very common. And that is that lawyers usually talk about themselves and not ask questions to the potential client to actually understand the need and then introduce themselves into the story. Why is this other approach more effective? Because if you ask, let's say you are on a networking event, you meet a person, and right away it happened to me and for sure to all of us that we meet somebody and they instantly give us their visit card. Oh, I am Jelena, here's my visit card. And I'm like, wait. Like, who are you? What do you do? I'm interested in all of this. But you as a lawyer, if you're trying to attract your client and actually start a communication, maybe just twist it around a bit and start by asking questions. Oh, what is your business and where are you located? And okay, who is helping you with this and that? Just to investigate, to do this part of research before you introduce yourself into the story. And when you introduce yourself into the story, it will be way more on point, because you can add precisely the skills or the knowledge that they might be needing in that moment. And how do you know that? Because you ask questions. So this is very common. It is happening in person on networking events. It is happening on people's or lawyers' websites, in their brochure. We like to talk about our recognitions, our awards, but very little about the benefits of the services that we provide and how these services can actually help the client. So yeah, just switch the focus from yourself onto the client. That would be my tip number one.
Right.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Elena.
Thank you, Raul, for the question, and Jelena for the answer. Lucelena, and then we close the session.
Dear Jelena, first of all, congratulations. What an interesting presentation, very I really enjoy it. You really engage us. And now I would like to know, in which stage can you help us with all these aspects that you present since the beginning to focus the prospects, or how is the scheme of your help with us?
Okay. So how we begin is to first we have to determine who is the potential client. So we would start by defining the buyer persona. Who is the person? Where do they work? How old they are? What are their interests? What are their potential challenges? And then we have to start from the first stage, which is awareness, saying to the audience, hello, I am JELENA, and I do immigration law. And that is enough to begin. Just to put yourself out there, you enter the room full of people that might be interested, so you have to say, I am present. That's the first stage. And then let them ask questions as well, investigate what we talked about in the buyer's journey. Like, we have to understand on the next stage, which is consideration, we have to understand their needs, we have to ask questions, and they also have to evaluate our services that we present to them. So I help you with this stage, and on every stage, so we work together hand in hand to provide content that corresponds to each stage of the buyer's journey, so that they can make a decision to go with you. So if you are an immigration lawyer, your potential buyer is a foreigner who maybe wants to get a residency in Mexico. Maybe they want a citizenship. Maybe they want to open a firm in Mexico. So we have, as you are the expert, you know the potential needs, and you tell me, so my client might need this and that. They ask me quite often about these challenges. So we take all this information and we create articles, we create newsletters, we create posts for your LinkedIn or for your Facebook, and we start sharing this on social media so that we answer these frequently asked questions. And then the right people who actually understand what we are talking about, they need to resolve this immigration matter, start to reach out. And we also actively reach out to different audiences that might be interested as well. So basically, this is the general way how we would work.
Great.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. And it's the start of several series, start of a series, and then we'll see. And we'll interact more with Jelena, because that's exactly, actually, I personally think that, as Raul pointed out, professionals, lawyers in particular, have the direction where we lawyers have to go. We have to take this path, because we are normally focused on our products, not how to sell it, and how to speak about that. So I think that we have to change this approach together with professionals like Jelena. Okay, thank you very much. This recording will be available later on. I'll also ask Jelena to let her slides available for us, and it will be a great pleasure to go deeper. So thank you. Like in Warsaw, our motto in the Global Convention, copyright Justina, and let's be in touch very, very soon. Thank you very much.
For everybody.